아, 빡셌다. 첫 번째 해결을 했네요. 첫 번째 사건을. 어이, 괜찮은데? 1회차는 확실히 재밌는 게임인데? 그쵸? 야, 내가 셜록 홈즈가 되었어. 좋아, 좋아. 범죄를 해결했다고. 이게 근데 사건 몇 개 정도 해결해야 엔딩 보는 거지, 게임은?
This trip to the countryside will be good for you, Holmes. As your friend and your
친우이자
doctor,
주치의로서
I really
가끔씩
do
기분 전환을
recommend
하는
that you
편이
give
좋다고
yourself a
조언하는
complete
바일세.
change of scene. Fresh air, brisk walks, bird watching, chopping wood.
들새
Sounds
관찰.
intolerable.
끔찍하네.
I mean,
사건
certainly
6개라고요?
it sounds
근데 지금
delightful.
하나 해결한 거야?
But you haven't yet told me who your friend is. The one we're going to visit.
He is a bee lover.
A bee lover? Do you mean that he keeps bees? That must be Mrs. Hudson, bringing the warm cloth that I requested.
There is someone to see you, Mr. Holmes.
진짜?
I have no time. Send whoever it is away.
Yes, Holmes, I really think we ought to leave now.
야, 이거 누가 2시간, 3시간에 끝난다고 했어?
Mycroft.
Sherlock.
Oh, Mr. Holmes? Perhaps you don't remember me. I'm Dr. Watson. We met at the
Diogenes
Diogenes
Club.
Club a few years ago. I documented our encounter in a short
통역관이라
story
이름을
I gave
붙인
the title
사건
The
말입니다.
Greek Interpreter.
He does remember you, Watson. My brother remembers everything, and that is why he is so valuable to the government.
We're about to depart
곧
for the
열차에
train
보러
station.
가봐야 합니다.
No.
You know?
Sherlock, I need your help. There are people who presently threaten both our country and the crown itself.
이런 결국
You must help
꼬몽짓인가?
us with those methods of yours.
Need? Help? Those are not words I would readily associate with you, Mycroft.
아, 형 왜
I
이렇게
wrote you a
개같이
letter,
생겼냐?
but you did not
개 있잖아요.
reply.
그 막
And this is
턱
not about
늘어진 게.
politics.
그 뭐라고
It's
하지
about
뭐?
people. People similar to those whom you pretend to defend in your petty detective affairs.
Everything is about politics with you, Mycroft. I'm not interested. Have some
아,
of your
뭐-
agents, your spies,
불독인가?
or worse, undertake this job
하여튼
of
뭐 하여튼
yours.
그렇게 생겼어.
You are
그죠?
defending
이렇게 보니까
your
그쵸?
people, and they have
그
little
만화에
to do
나오는
with the
강아지같이
people
생겼잖아.
I choose to help. I can assure you.
That's the point. You think exactly as they do.
Who are they?
막 눈 되게
The
졸려
Merry
보이는 게.
Men. He is talking about the Merry Men, a band of idealistic terrorists.
Sherlock, do please
악독한
think
음모를
about
생각해
it.
보거라.
They are planning
대형
something
제국에는 내가
diabolical.
필요하단다.
Your country needs you.
You need me, Mycroft, and you are not the country. Although if your waistline expands very much further.
Mrs. Hudson, tea will not be necessary. Dr. Watson, the train conductor, Mr. Parker, is aware that you will be 7 minutes late. You are in the fourth
네 번째
car.
칸을 이용하게나.
The train
열차가
will be
기다리는
waiting
중일
for you.
걸세.
Sherlock, enjoy your time in
스태포드시아
Staffordshire.
여행은 편히 즐기거라.
And do please at least write to me
또
on your
가서
return.
사건이 벌어지겠네. 작살. 응? 자, 블랙피터의 운명. 자, 정확히 범죄를 찾아냈다. 야, 이번 챕터에서 인물 한 7명 풀리는 것 같고. 챕터가 꽤 긴 것 같은데? 자, 내가 지금 가야 하는 곳이 어디냐? 어? 철도역에서 운행 중이던 열차가 사라지는 불가사의한 일이 발생했다. 휴가를 떠났던 홈즈는 왓슨은 흥미로운 사건에 말려들게 된다. 야, 왓슨
Holmes,
가자.
please call a cab while I pack my suitcase. We shall be late for the train.
가자, 왓슨.
Holmes, please call a cab while I pack my suitcase. We should be late for the
야,
train.
근데 전부 스토리를 알고 플레이하는 것보다
My analysis
나처럼
table.
좀
It is useful for my...
하나하나 봐가면서 하는 게 더 재밌지 않나요? 얘 아줌마 아직도 있나? 아이씨.
Holmes, please call a cab while I pack my suitcase. We should be late for the train.
마차 어떻게 부르는데?
Watson, I'll hold a cab for us. We leave in 5 minutes for the station.
아, 그냥 나가면 되는구나. 그래, 근데 나로서는 이거를 더 빨리 진행할 수가 없어. 모든 단서를 확인을 하면서 해야 되기 때문에. 그렇지 않습니까?
What a gloomy
쌀쌀한
night.
날씨로구만.
It was warmer
대합실 안에서
inside
기다리는
the
편이
waiting hall.
좋겠군.
Since the station master told us that the train is about to arrive, we should not have to wait very much longer.
Yes, at
드디어
last.
도착했군.
Attention! The train is arriving
열차가
at the
곧
station.
당도합니다.
Please stand well away from the platform edge.
I'll take your bags and your blasted archive suitcase.
아, 갑자기 소설을 읽고 싶어진다.
But, Holmes, the headlight,
어디 갔어?
it's faded away.
Something is wrong. I can't hear any sound from the incoming train.
Excuse me, sir. Can you explain what has happened?
I don't know. It's as if the train vanished into thin air.
뭔 소리야?
Holmes, say something.
이보시게.
Fetch a lantern and let us take a look.
It's too dark. Only fog and rails, nothing else.
There is no use in stumbling around here at night.
어디 갔는가?
We'll come back
이보시게.
tomorrow.
다음 날 아침 이른 시각. 열차가 어떻게 사라졌는지 밝혀내십시오. 이브샴역.
Well, here we are again at Euston
이브샴역으로 다시
Station.
돌아왔군. 할 일이
We have
많으니
a full
얼른
day
조사를
ahead.
시작하게나.
Let us begin our investigation.
야야야야야.
This suitcase contains
이게
my
서재야?
archives. We can consult with it if needed. It is fortunate that we took it with us. First,
열차가 사라진 곳부터 조사를 해야 된다. 저쪽에서 사라졌나? 야, 이쪽에서 사라졌었나? 신나는 하루 일을 끝마치고서
This is the place where we saw the train vanish last night.
there are no tracks or footprints on the ground.
발자국이 남아있지 않다.
Railway sleepers,
철도
nothing
침묵,
unusual.
별다른 건 없어.
The rails have not been
철로에도
touched.
손대지 않았다.
There's nothing unusual here. A discarded item,
승객이 밖으로 내던진
possibly
물건.
thrown from the train.
오케이.
There are no signs to indicate that the train ran off the
수상적인 점이
track.
하나도 없다.
Nor are there any other traces. There is nothing whatsoever. There are no clues. But then, a negative result is also a result.
Oh, I see what you're getting
무슨
at.
생각하는지 뻔하고.
No clues
자넨
and
이런
you're
사건이라면
smiling.
한장을 하잖아.
Yes, Watson, I do smile on occasion. This mystery appears very promising. This investigation won't be simple.
Perhaps the station master could...
자, 역장에게 가야 될 것 같아요. 어이, 역전 양반. 아, 저기 쪼그리고 앉아있네. 제가 역장 맞겠지? 자, 가서 일단 입을 털어봅시다. 허이, 역장 선생. 지도 좀 내놔보시게.
Good morning. Allow me to
전
introduce
셜록
myself.
홈즈고 이쪽은 제
My name is
친구이자
Sherlock
동료인 왓슨
Holmes, and this is
박사입니다.
my friend and colleague, Dr. Watson.
I'm
Yes,
왓슨.
I remember you. I'm Station Master Everett. You were here last
당신이
night.
명탐정 셜록 홈즈였군요.
So,
어제 범인을
you were
조사하려는
Mr.
겁니까?
Holmes, the great detective. Will you be investigating what happened?
I shall indeed.
It is extraordinary that
열차가
an
통째로
entire
사라지다니
train
정말로
could
이상한
disappear
일이지요.
like that.
안에 탔던
And to
승객과
think of all the
차장까지
poor people
실종됐다니까요.
inside it, the passengers, the driver.
자, 조사. 아저씨도 한 명의 용의자가 될 수 있어. 이 역에 대해서 가장 잘 아는 인물이니. 자, 일단 노인, 명예훈장, 흑투성이, 결혼반지, 열차에 대한 정보.
Could you please give us any details about the train?
Well, there was nothing so very special about it. At least not that I can recall. My memory's not what it used to be. However, if you need it, you can have the train composition report. It's inside my office.
I would be glad to have a detailed map of the
지도.
local railway district.
But of course, please,
대합실
take the
평면.
one that's pinned inside the waiting hall.
See you later, my good man.
자, 이게 지도는 아닌데? 여기가 대합실이 아닌가?
Railway post bags.
아, 우편 보관함. 이쪽이 아닌가 보네. 자, 요래 돌아가서 이렇게
A new telegram.
전보.
I think we should meet this Mr. Robinson.
해당 역사에 전합니다. 현재 토마스 로빈슨은 브링틀랜에는 머무는 중입니다.
Here is the train set.
열차 현황표. 노팅엄 런던 유형 언어 높은 철도 열차 동력실 석상 1등석 편보물 특수화물 차량. 저게 중요한 정보가 될 것인가?
A telegraph.
자, 여기 지도. 이거 지도 아니야? 여기 대합실 아니야? 이쪽이 대합실인가? 아, 그러네. 이게 그럼 어딘가 지도가 있을 텐데. 여기 있다.
This map will be
쓸모 있어
useful.
보이는 지도로군. 자, 철길이 보이는 지도겠죠? 오케이. 그 외에 조사할 건 없는 건가? 열차가 어떻게 살아냈는지 밝혀내라.
The whole train just disappeared. It's unbelievable.
다시 저로 가보면 되지 않나? 뭐지? 어디로 가야 하지? 혈안간 사라진 열차, 승객과 함께 사라진 열차. 아, 여기가 이렇게 넓구나.
This part is probably from a locomotive.
동력실. 쓰레기 더미. 아무것도 없나?
This part is probably from a locomotive.
동력실 예비 부품.
An old
열차
locomotive bell.
정지.
This place serves as a storage area for the station.
자, 철도역의 창고인 것 같습니다. 아, 일론 더 살 수 없네. 자, 보자. 그럼 어디로 가야 하오?
According to the train composition report, there was a special wagon. What does that entail?
That's a highly secure
사기업의
car,
보안 차량을
ordered by a
요청했으니 값진
private
물건을 실었을
party.
겁니다.
It is generally to carry something of value. Those wagons have iron walls, you know, without any windows. And they're fitted with a complex key lock.
That is important information. Do you know what was inside this particular wagon?
Certainly not. No, that's private. And it's not my responsibility to allot the wagons to whoever.
열차 안에 승객들
Was
어디
there
갔지?
anything exceptional about any of the passengers aboard the train?
What do you mean? Like officials? I wouldn't know. Oh, but now that you mention it, yes, there was something.
그런 승객이
There was a
있었다.
message from Bridlington
브링틀링턴역에서 어떤
Station
승객과의
saying that
문제로
the train had been delayed
열차를
because of an
정벌을
issue with the
벌였다.
passengers. But what kind of problem that they didn't say?
That is
브링틀링턴역을
interesting.
가봐야 되겠군.
You mentioned a problem at Bridlington Station. I should like to
자,
visit this station.
이제
Could
이동할 수
you
있는
mark
지역이
it
하나
on the
생긴 것
local map?
같습니다.
Of course, it's a suburban railway station. You might take a cab there.
See you later, my good man.
The entire train has disappeared.
자, 이제 브링틀링턴역이 생겼죠? 뿅. 열차가 어떻게 사라졌는지 밝혀내라. 운반 중이던 특수화물의 정체를 밝혀내라. 사라진 열차에 탑승해서 승객들에 대한 정보를 찾아내라. 열차에 연착이 된다는 정보를 입수를 했었답니다. 자, 가보면은 좀 알 수 있겠지, 이것저것 딴 것도. 이브샵 역장 60대 훌륭한 역장에 배지를 받았다.
Railway post bag.
This is an absolute scandal. It's always the same with these rail companies. No respect for the customer.
왜 그래? 뭐가 문제야, 임마. 자, 이것도 또 한 명의 인물이 등장을 했습니다. 작업복. 자, 주머니에는 값싼 표. 자, 결혼 반지. 거친 피부.
Please calm down, sir. What is your concern?
Concern? What is my concern? I'll tell you what my concern is. Last
아이,
night I was on
친절도
the
하셔라.
train as usual with my colleague, heading home.
퇴근 열차
Then along
올라탔다.
came this ridiculous ticket inspector, who started arguing that our tickets were invalid. He made us get off the train, and he was extremely rude about it.
Were you aboard the train that vanished last night?
Yes, I heard that it disappeared. But I don't care because we would have stopped before then anyway. Our tickets were valid
너,
and
네
no doubt
입장에선
about it.
그래도 되게
And then,
다행인
to
거
top it
아니니?
all, the ticket inspector pushed everyone else out too, except for a bunch of rich. Well, because their type don't need a ticket.
그랬군.
Can you recall anything more specific about this fortunate
누가
group?
나와 있었는가?
Well, yes. They
전부
were all
외국인.
foreigners.
스페인 놈들이 타고
Spanish-looking
있었다.
toffs with snake eyes.
Goodbye, sir.
It's a scandal. An absolute
더 이상해.
outrage.
대화도 불가능하군. 로빈스 여기 있네.
Good day to you, sir.
Good day. To whom am I speaking?
My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is...
What's
Are you a representative of this damned railway company? Because I have a complaint.
We are not from the railway company. We are...
Well, in that case, Mr. Shamrock Holmes, please excuse me, but I'm not in the mood for
셜록
idle chit-chat
홈즈라니.
at the moment.
일단 너 조사를 해봐야겠어. 호주 전통 모자. 호주 녀석인가 보군요. 값비싼 정장. 일단 부자. 굵직한 금제 반지. 가오 반지죠? 화려한 구두. 악어 가죽. 로빈슨 씨.
You must be Mr. Robinson, is that correct?
Yes?
I am leading the investigation of the disappearing train. It would help if you could answer my questions.
Ah, well, all right. I have nothing to hide.
I presume it was you who placed the order for the special wagon.
Yes. It was to transport my
발명가야?
valuable prototype safely to London. My prototype is a revolutionary device.
자가 발전하는
It is
혁신적인
capable of
발명품.
producing electricity. I'm a businessman and an engineer. I had already found several potential customers for my invention. But I was very optimistic about the directors' board who were travelling on the train last night.
발명품의 값어치.
This revolutionary machine of yours, was it very valuable?
For God's sake, sir, it is priceless. It could change the world we live in. And yet, I was selling it for almost nothing. I am a humanitarian, you see. I do not know if I will ever be able to get over this disaster. I cannot believe that it disappeared with that damn train.
발명품도 같이 사라졌다는 얘기겠지?
Mr. Robinson, could you please clarify? Were you travelling alongside your prototype?
Yes, I was. But I had to step off the train. And all because of this stupid station master.
What?
I received a telegram declaring that an important person, a Mr. Bromsby, wished to see you in the waiting room. I merely informed you of this.
Mr. Bromsby is a wealthy gentleman. His interest in my invention was truly unexpected. So yes, of course, I agreed to see him. Unfortunately, he wasn't there. I thought perhaps he might have been delayed. So I chose to wait a while.
그걸 또 기다리네.
But despite my requests, the train left the station without me. Absolutely unacceptable.
The timetable is strict. We cannot wait any longer. The regulations require the train to be on time.
You are an idiot. You will pay for it. I will sue you.
고소해도 소용없을 것 같은데?
You mentioned a director's board. Which company do they own?
The Chilean Barcazas
칠레
company.
쪽에
I had made an
바르카자스.
appointment with them. Now they are lost, along with the train and my prototype.
What do you know about the
전부 기차에 타고
Barcazas
있었나
company?
봅니다.
It's a large South American company. They showed a great deal of interest in my prototype, and they seemed wealthy enough to do business with.
The ticket inspector forced all the passengers from the train except for the directors
Okay.
of the Barcazas Chilean company.
I will not move from here until I
자, 한 가지의 추리가 가능할 것 같습니다. 칠레 임원들 특수 아니다. 승객들과 자, 일단 하나의 정보를 얻었고 특수화물이 사라진 열차와 같이 사라진 건데 왜 안 뜨지? 연관이 없었나?
It's a scandal. An absolute outrage.
아, 얘가 역장이구나.
Good day to you, gentlemen. How may I help you?
Good day to you, sir. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I am investigating the unfortunate disappearance of last night's train.
I see. I'm Station
Bertram
Master
역장.
Bertram, but my supervisor has not informed me about this. I do not know if...
Do not worry. I have only a few questions. Station Master Everett from Evesham told us that you reported
그러게,
a
다들 왜
problem
이렇게
with some
집중했어?
passengers last
채팅
night.
좀 쳐.
Indeed. This train is a regular line for those who work at Nottingham. But yesterday, everyone was asked to get off the train here at my station.
다음
I've no
팟분들은
idea why,
완전
and
조용한데?
it delayed the train. But the worst of it
아무도
is that
말을 안
now I
하겠어.
have to deal with two furious passengers who are complaining about the company's service. They stayed here the whole night, but people do not usually pay much attention to the regulations, you see. There are very strict and
아, 예,
clear
감사합니다.
rules.
채팅 쳐주셔서
Paragraph
고마워요.
234 of Article 2G-43 states that in the event of a
건의사항이 있는
complaint,
경우.
you must...
Yes, thank you. I understand.
자, 일단 역장 조사. 젊은 나이 역시 깔끔한 복장. 예, 주머니에 지침서. 잉크 자국? 네가 전보를 보낸 건가?
Apart from the
하긴 네가
passengers
정보를 보냈겠지.
disembarking, did you notice anything else that was unusual last night?
I did. And I mentioned it in my report to our higher management on the matter.
What was it?
Sorry, but I can't tell you. The station master's reports are confidential.
Confidential, you say. How long have you been working here?
I've worked here long enough to be quite capable of managing a railway station.
아니 젠장.
Apart from the passengers disembarking, did you notice anything else that was unusual last night?
I did. And I mentioned it in my report to our higher management on the matter.
저 보려고
What was
미국에서 휴가 내고
Sorry,
왔다고요?
but I
뻥치시네.
can't tell you. The station master's reports are confidential.
Confidential, you say. How long have you been working here?
I've worked here long enough to be quite capable of managing a railway station.
아, 이 풋내기 역장.
Let me speak frankly, Mr. Bertram. Your age and your lack of confidence in your position are quite apparent. You cannot deny that you have only recently completed your studies.
I was at the top of my class.
Listen here, young man. I am aware that you wish to protect yourself behind all these regulations, but I represent the law.
And you are obstructing the investigation of an important case. I would suggest that you cooperate with Mr. Holmes. Think
깡패네.
of your career.
Ah, that is... Well, I'll tell you everything. First of all, I scolded the ticket inspector, for it was he who asked the passengers to leave the train. It was not his right to do so. He was very rude.
컴표에게 주의를
And then,
줬다.
later on, I received a most peculiar telegram from my colleague at Chesterfield Station, the next stop along the line.
이상한 정보.
What did the telegram say?
Well,
아,
that was the
진짜라면은
peculiar thing.
고맙습니다.
It was almost
저 때문에
unreadable.
미국에서 온 건 말이
It
안
was
되는
full of
건 안
errors
되는
and
것 같아.
awfully vague.
그냥 다른
It's
일이
hard to
있었겠지.
understand if the
뭘
train
나
had
때문에
correctly
미국에서
passed that
와.
station or
뻥치지
not.
마.
You can read it for
다른
yourself.
일이 있었는데 그 와중에 나도 생각이 난 거겠지.
We ought to visit Chesterfield Station. We need to confirm if the station master saw the train or not.
자, 런던 북경뷰 철도 열앗. 뭔 소리야 이게? 저 뭔 글자냐 저게? 체스터필드 아니니? 체르터필드 철도역 런던 북경뷰 철도역 약 324호 0시 30분에 교착 0시 30분에 출발. 이거 일부러 이렇게 써놓은 것 같은데 그죠?
Don't touch anything, please.
아무것도 만지지 말래. 그렇다면 난 모든 걸 만져주지. 건방지네 나이.
The whole train just disappeared. It's unbelievable.
The insurance policy for Robinson's machine. A significant